live.
Is that a deal?
We're good. Yeah, I'll tell you what to do.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So today
Yes.
we're going to explore Kaggle, this machine learning competition website. I was going to ask you to explain it, but I think that's pretty much it. That's
Explain what?
what Kaggle is.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's much more, but how will we know?
Right. Well, right. So from what I know as what Kaggle is, it's a website for competitions, and there's usually like a machine learning aspect to it. And like this one, the prize money, 60 grand. That's a decent sized prize, if you ask me.
It looks like when I look at this beautiful menu there on the left, that there's also options to get some data and also options to get some notebooks. I mean,
Notebooks,
probably stuff to learn
courses,
from.
yeah.
And courses. So there's I'd say that's also part of it.
Cool.
All right, should I make this big?
Yeah.
Is that good?
So
okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
last week on the stream, just to sum that up, we finished off with regression. That was the multi-label classification episodes that we did. And right after that stream, we kind of stayed on the call and just Googled multi-label classification data sets, and this was one of the first ones that came up. So we figured we're going to spend this stream kind of exploring this data set, explore this competition, and discuss if we want to do this competition, if it's within the scope of what we've learned so far through Fast AI, or go start looking at other data sets and other competitions to complete over the next few streams. Is that pretty much it?
Right.
Yep.
And we're aware that this competition is over.
Yes, 3 years ago. and
I wonder why you can still join it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if we can see the other submissions, but I don't think we're going to look at the other submissions, just the leaderboards. And then if we can compare our results with theirs, that would be kind of cool. All right. Cool.
So yeah, I mean, I guess one other thing is both Nick and I both know about Kaggle, but we haven't ever really done anything here or even like explored the website much. I think I've been on one of their courses at some point for, I don't know, a couple of minutes, or I don't know. Yeah, it's a thing I've thought is interesting for a while. So I'm excited to spend a bit of time just getting to know it better and understanding how people use it and how it fits into, I guess, our learning process here of learning a little about machine learning. So it's going to be fun too.
Yep. All right, cool. Let's you want to go over the let's look at the overview of this. What exactly? So the planet, understanding.
All right, so we're on a compete, I guess, and then let me see how we got here. Got compete, and then there's a bunch of, I guess you could do that, but it's too big. We can't follow such a big suggestion.
Well, we got it through.
We searched through Google to get here. So I guess you can search for competitions here.
I'm gonna throw this link in the chat. Come on.
And then that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna read the description in the meantime. So every minute the world loses an area of forest the size of 48 football fields. And deforestation in the Amazon basin accounts for the largest share, contributing to reduced biodiversity, habitat loss, climate change, and other devastating effects. But better data about the location of deforestation and human encroachment on forests can help governments and local stakeholders respond more quickly and effectively. Planet, designer and builder of the world's largest constellation of Earth imaging satellites, will soon be collecting daily imagery of the entire land surface of the Earth at 3 to 5 meter resolution. While considerable research has been devoted to tracking changes in forests, it typically depends on coarse resolution imagery from Landsat or MODIS. Landsat has 30 metapixels and MODIS has 250 metapixels. This is like Landsat's been up for a very long time, and it's been like one of the main data sets for if you do any sorts of GIS or Earth observation. And yeah, the resolution is just worse. So I don't actually know anything about Planet. Careers at Planet. Not looking for careers. Products, Planet monitoring. Looks like they shot a couple of satellites up there.
3 to 5 meter resolution is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I think that means that 1 pixel represents
like 4 square
4 meters or something. Yeah.
4 square meters, or maybe 4 meters across. So like maybe 4 by 4, so like 16 square meters.
Good question. I don't know. But yeah, it's quite the high resolution, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So this, the bigger, the ones with higher resolution, lower resolution, I guess. Is that what it is? What's higher? What's lower?
Higher would be Planet, lower would be Modus.
Right. Okay. So the ones with lower resolution that limits its effectiveness in areas where small-scale deforestation or forest degradation dominate. Furthermore, these existing methods generally cannot differentiate between human causes of forest loss and natural causes. Higher resolution imagery has already been shown to be exceptionally good at this, but robust methods have not yet been developed for Planet imagery. In this competition, Planet and its Brazilian partners are challenging Kagglers to label satellite image chips with atmospheric conditions and various classes of land cover, land use. Do you know what that is? Land cover, land use? And you need to.
I would think like maybe the way that so atmospheric conditions and various classes of land cover, land use. So maybe like roads, farms, rivers. Like what is what's the land cover, right? Like what is it a forest? Is it a field?
Yeah.
And then I feel like, well, where was atmospheric conditions? Like maybe that seems like since it's satellite, you'll get the different types of clouds.
So I think so. It's
and
3 things actually. So this is land cover, land use are two separate things in JS, and like land cover is what you said. It's essentially, do you have like a forest on there, or is it a river or whatever? Like what's on top of the earth, I guess. And then land use is, I guess, a more human-centric perspective where you're like, okay, this is agriculture. So it's a different type of labeling. There's like, what is it used for? One is like, what's there? And the other one is what is it used for, I think. And atmospheric conditions, yeah, I would agree. It's like something like it's cloudy. Maybe we differentiate between different types of clouds, but
that'd be cool.
I honestly think it's mostly just going to be about can you see through the atmosphere?
Cloudy, not
because
cloudy.
That's what you're interested in. Resulting algorithms will help the global community better understand where, how, and why deforestation happens, and ultimately how to respond. To dig into, explore more Planet data, sign up for a free account. If you're interested in building applications, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Review the data, getting started. Review the data page, which includes detailed information about the labels and the labeling process. Down to a subsample of the data to get familiar with how it looks. Explore the subsample on kernels. That looks like it's something specific to Kaggle, huh? We've created a notebook for you to get started. Okay, so we want the data page and we want a notebook. Oh, look at that. FastAI version 3, less than 3 planets. That looks relevant 2 years ago.
That looks similar to what we were doing now. Yeah, that's funny.
V4 torrent download.
So I don't think we should look at
removal.
So that's like what somebody's done already. I don't think we should look at it. Yeah, look.
Because
2 months ago, 0.93 multi-category Planet dataset FastAI. So somebody else had this idea too, which is really funny.
Well, yeah, I think it's a pretty. It seems to be a pretty widespread data set, so
yeah.
I'm not claiming any originality on it.
Well, I saw like 938 teams. Well, I guess that was 3 years ago.
Whoops.
Too. So
you freezing. I just didn't hear what you said because you froze it, and it did this fun thing of speeding up so that all your words came in a big mush.
Yeah, no, I was saying that it's interesting because like I saw 938 teams, but then didn't really think, okay, that was only 3 years ago. And then until then, since then, it's probably been used and more people have been interested in it. Because then you see FastAI 2 months ago, 2 years ago, and I don't think that number would go up. Anyway, cool.
Yeah, because the competition's been closed. Makes sense, yeah. All right, so we got a data description. Do you want to go over this?
All right, so
File formats?
File formats. Train.csv is a list of training file names and their labels. The labels are space delimited. Okay, so that's literally sounds exactly like our hot encoded example from 2 streams ago. One hot encoded, right? With the man horse person.
Too hot.
Too hot. Sample submission CSV, correct format of submission, contains all the files in the test set. Okay. Train test TIF v2 tar 7z. TIFF files for the training test set. Okay, we may have to like build our own little untarring thing again. Because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
that.
not sure it takes 7 set, yeah.
Okay, and then same thing with okay, so TIFF files and then the JPEGs. And then the Kaggle Planet TIFF torrent. So it's just a torrent file. Okay. Cool.
What's that about? So it's just a different way of getting the data.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing. Yeah, okay,
Yep.
I see.
Just for TIFFs.
I wonder how big this is. Does it say somewhere?
It said like 20,000, something like that, 20,000 images in like the site that brought us to this site.
Okay.
But
I was just wondering in terms of size of the data set.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so chip image data format. The chips for this competition were derived from Planet's full frame analytic scene products using our 4-band satellites in Sun Synchronous Orbit (SSO) and International Space Station orbit. The set of chips for this competition use the GeoTIFF format and each contain 4 bands of data: red, green, blue, and near infrared. So have you worked with the GeoTIFF format before in like the GIS or GISS?
Just GIS.
GIS. Just getting excited. Too many letters.
Yeah. Don't expose me on here.
Yeah. Okay. So the specific spectral response.
No, I haven't worked with it. Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if it's like, just like somewhere in the metadata of the TIFF, there's like lat long.
Georeferencing. Information be embedded within a TIFF file. Okay.
Okay, yeah, the map projection. Oh wow. I remember when I was working with maps in like Mapbox, and we were working with like New York City data for like the streets, for the different like
streets.
Yeah, like street parking and stuff like that. And I remember the projections were like all over the place. So we were trying different projections, and then some of them like they wouldn't sync. So some of the signs showed up like in the middle of somebody's apartment, and we had to like manually move them all over and create our own thing. Anyway.
Yeah, projections are really complicated.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Yeah, there's all these different ways of how you can make a flat surface from a ball. Essentially, and that's it's totally
the way that you described it too was like, think of the different ways of peeling an orange,
right?
And like how would you peel an orange in different ways, and those are the different ways that like the Navy has created their own projection, and I think that one is I don't remember, but anyway, each contain 4 bands of data: red, green, blue, and near infrared. The specific spectral responses for the satellite can be found in the Planet documentation. Each of these channels is in 16-bit digital number format and meets the specs of the Planet 4-band analytic ortho scene product.
It's the specification of the Planet 4-band analytic ortho scene product. Okay.
I mean, 4 bands just sound like red, green, blue, and the infrared one.
Yeah, I already opened a bunch of tabs here. Too many.
Nice.
Where are we? Okay, I have no idea where I am now. I lost my way. Let me see. Beautiful. We were here. No. Nearly. No. Okay, I found the way back. I shall not stray from the path again. Keep reading. Okay, anyways. So I keep reading, huh? Because you're somewhere else with your head. For purposes of the competition.
To Vision.
Oh, hi. Nice to join us.
Yeah. They were saying that we're one of the only online Twitch channels not playing Cyberpunk 2077.
Wait, should we do that?
Yeah, I was like, don't
no,
give
us
too
really
much.
Serious here, right?
Yeah, we're being
Very
super
focused.
serious, but also like, even to get like the music to play in the background or something. Like, we're super new at this. We don't give us too much credit. We're gonna look at photos of the Amazon today.
All right.
What
For
was
purposes
this?
of the
Hold on.
competition.
I zoned out. What was this 4-band scene product? Is that like just what their
I'm
satellites?
just starting again. Oh, I didn't find it. I opened it and then it was lost. So I just found my way back home and I was like, I'm not gonna go away. Let me see. I don't think it was this. I don't think it was that. Maybe that was it. Multi-category Planet dataset, fast AI. No. That's just one of those notebooks I opened up. Planet imagery and archive. Maybe that's the page that opened. I'm not sure. SkySat.
I think it's probably something there, like
bands?
something. Yeah.
Probably this, yeah.
The
Planet scope. Is that what it mentioned? 4-band analytic orthocene. I could just open it again. Specs sheet sat imagery. That's something else. Okay, I'm just gonna open it again. No, that's totally the same.
I think it's the same.
Okay.
I think it just talks about like
this
the
brought us to planetscope, rapid eye, SkySat. Yeah, they just have different bands.
Yeah.
This, as it said, red, green, blue, near infrared. That is an additional red add one, and this is pan. I don't know what pan is.
Yeah, I'm sure like
chromatic, I
if
guess.
you download like the specs.
Enhanced visual analytic. So I think it says it meets. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that I think it's just saying that it's just doing the 4 bands and probably some sort of like resolution or within some sort of like, science spec that honestly for our application probably doesn't really matter.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. Okay.
Go ahead. All right. For purposes,
we have stripped out all of the
For purposes of this competition, we have stripped out all the geotiff information regarding the chip footprint and ground control points. The imagery has a ground sample distance of 3.7 meters and an orthorectified pixel size of 3 meters. The data comes from...
Nice word.
Yeah. The data comes from Planet's Flock 2 satellites in both sun-synchronous and ISS orbits and was collected between January 1st, 2016 and February 1st, 2017. Okay. All the scenes come from the Amazon basin, which includes Brazil, Peru, Uruguay, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Bolivia, and Ecuador. We all have also include a set of JPEG chips for reference and practice. These chips were processed using the Planet Visual product processor and then saved as JPEG chips. These chips are provided as reference to the scene content, but we expect that the additional information in the TIFF chips will be more fruitful for the competition.
Is chips like does that make sense to you intuitively? Is it like a word you would use for images, or?
I don't think I would use that word intuitive like in this kind of a conversation, but it seems like it makes sense.
Okay, so right? It's just
like,
my understanding is it's a part of an image, right?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Okay. So like this this piece here, theoretically, where it says Atlantic Ocean, could be a chip of the map or something.
That's what it sounds like. Like if it's right.
Mhm.
Like a group of pixels would be a chip.
Mhm.
I think I would call them windows, but chip sounds probably better.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
you go.
are. Kaggle chip. Planetoscope C.
So the chip size is 256 by 256.
Okay.
So 256 by 256, and then each pixel is 3.7 meters. Oh no, ground GSD, what was that, ground square distance or ground something distance? It just said it up there.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's added somewhere?
Yeah, I just read it. Right there, GCP.
GSD, ground sample distance.
Sample distance. Okay, of 3.7. And then ground control points. Okay.
It removed the ground control points, right? We have stripped out all data regarding the chip footprint and ground control points. From what I think I know, ground control points is stuff like you would have, for example, like this band here, band. Could be like, you could, I don't know, usually a good ground control point is if you have two intersecting things, like for example, a road junction.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could use a couple of these GCPs if you want to, for example, figure out what's the map projection, or if you want to bend one of those images that has a certain map projection into another one. Then you can just say, this is one point, I know its exact coordinates. This is another point, I know its exact coordinates. And then the algorithms can do the rest of figuring out how to bend the image.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Let me. To assemble this data set, we set out with an initial specification of the phenomena we wish to find and include in the final data set. From that initial specification, we created a wish list of scenes where we included a ballpark number of scenes required to get a sufficient number of chips to demonstrate the phenomena. To assemble this data, we set out the initial specification of the phenomena we wish to find. Okay, for example, we want to find river bands and include in the final dataset. From that initial specification, we created a wish list of scenes where we included a ballpark number of scenes required to get a sufficient number of chips to demonstrate the phenomena. Okay, so if there weren't enough river bands, as an example, in the dataset, then this phenomena wouldn't have been counted, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
This initial set of scenes was painstakingly collected by our Berlin team using Planet Explorer. All told, this initial set of scenes numbered approximately 1,600 and covered a land area of 30 million hectares. Okay, good job, Berlin. This initial set of scenes was then processed using a custom product processor to create the JPEG and 4-band TIFF chips. Any chip that did not have a full and complete 4-band product was omitted. The initial set of over 150,000 chips was then divided into two sets, a hard and an easy set. Oh, by the way, do you know why they have these 4 bands? Or any hunch or idea?
Okay, I think the near infrared one is the only one that's throwing a curveball, and I think that just has something to do with is it like light refraction or something to measure bouncing light back from maybe like something to do with measuring the density of the atmosphere or like ozone holes. Like that's the only thing I can kind of that's the direction I would go. Yeah. Or my assumption.
Good direction.
Yeah.
Good direction.
Okay.
Just it's not so much about the not so much about the ozone or but yeah, all of this. I mean, all the color bands that are collected are essentially just different frequencies of electromagnetic waves, right? That light emits. Like all the colors are just different frequencies, and near infrared is one of those frequencies. It's just one that we can't see. So unless you do any sort of processing, you wouldn't see it on an image. But it's often used in this sort of remote sensing because plants pick up that light a lot and use it for energy. Oh, okay. So that's why like the plants pick up a lot of light energy in the red spectrum, which means that like this is the light that gets filtered out essentially. So that appears green because the green light has a different frequency and is mostly reflected. But the near infrared light is something that the plants pick up. So you can, I don't know, I don't understand this all the way, but it's something that you can like see pretty good changes in how much of the near infrared light gets absorbed by different types of trees, for example, or if there's any change in.
Got it. So by measuring like how much
seasons,
is,
for example.
Yeah. So by measuring like how much is not bounced back because they absorb so much.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And that's essentially what you do with all of those layers, right? Like it's how much of the red light bounces back tells you what is the ground composition of wherever it's bouncing off of.
Got it.
And how much blue. And then these different layers combined can give you pretty exact ideas of what is the structure at the bottom that is bouncing back this amount of red, this amount of blue, this amount of green, and this amount of infrared.
Got it. That's pretty cool.
And there's a bunch of other layers that you can also record and then get more detailed information. But yeah,
very cool. Well, today that's what I learned so far.
The easy set. No, I forgot where it was.
Yeah, the hard and the easy set. The easy set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the initial set of 150,000 chips was then divided into two sets, a hard and an easy set. The easy set contained scenes that the Berlin team identified as having easier to identify labels like primary rainforest, agriculture, habitation, roads, water, and cloud conditions. So maybe you're right. Maybe there's like also different types of clouds.
That'd be cool.
The harder set of data was derived from scenes where the Berlin team had selected for shifting cultivation, slash and burn agriculture, blow down, mining, and other phenomenon. Phenomenon. It's a plural of anyways. The chips were labeled using the Crowdflower platform. There's a lot of new stuff coming up here.
Yeah, a lot of platforms.
Yeah. And a mixture of a crowdsourced labor and our Berlin and San Francisco teams.
They're also just like talking so much about how much work the Berlin team has done. We
They're
get
really
it.
busy.
We get it. They're busy. It was painstaking. They use lots of platforms. We get it.
They ate lots of chips.
Yeah. All right.
While the utmost care was taken to get a large and well-labeled dataset, we are aware. That's why. We're aware that not all of the labels in our dataset are correct. So that's why they told us how much work it was beforehand, just to make sure that no one's mad at them. Governments around the world retain a large number of highly trained analysts to review images, and even they can't always agree on what is present in a given satellite image. Moreover, the commonly prescribed approach for labeling data in the GIS community is to use actual ground truth data to label scenes, which is both costly and time consuming. With this in mind, that just means that like you compare a satellite image with a photo from the ground to make sure that you're actually
at the same time
labeling the right thing.
Right.
With this in mind, we do believe our data has a reasonably high signal to noise ratio and is sufficient for training. Given the ease and expediency of crowd labeling, we believe that a large, relatively inexpensive and rapidly labeled dataset is better than a small, more definitive, but less diverse dataset. We're interested to see how competitors handle any inaccuracies. Okay, all yours.
Cool. Class labels. The class labels for this task were chosen in collaboration with Planet's impact team and represent a reasonable subset of phenomena of interest in the Amazon basin. The labels can broadly be broken into three groups: atmospheric conditions, common land cover, land use phenomena. Lots of phenomena here.
Now it's phenomena. Look at that.
Yeah. A lot of them.
And other phenomenon. That's the singular, isn't it?
I think so. The land use phenomena and rare land cover, land use phenomena. It's a very funny word to say. It like flows nicely. Phenomena.
Wait, common and rare. No. Okay, I see.
That's the song I keep thinking of. Each chip will have one and potentially more than one atmospheric label and zero or more common and rare labels. Chips that are labeled as cloudy should have no other labels, but but there may be labeling errors. Interesting. Okay, so we have cloudy, partly cloudy in primary, haze in primary, agriculture and roads and habitation. Okay, primary and selective logging.
You're familiar with the term primary forest?
I'm trying. It seems like primary.
Oh, can I say something for anyone who's watching who's like, I know a little bit about this because I should know way more about this because I studied biology in a past life. Nick did not, and I also kind of took a couple of courses in GIS, so that's why I have a little bit of idea of what's going on here. But I actually feel pretty bad for how little I know. Just to clarify that. Okay.
Is primary just a section of land that has not been interfered with by humans, like just natural state?
It's similar, but it's specifically for forests. So it's like a type of forest that has grown to a state where it doesn't change anymore.
Got it.
So if you like burn down something, you have like a succession of different steps that eventually grow to a primary forest over a very long period of time.
Got it. Okay.
So for all practicality, you could say it's a forest that hasn't been used by humans. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Okay. Primary and selective logging. Okay. So let's scroll down a little bit. We see like habitation, partly cloudy. So all of these are labeled.
That's crazy though. Look, did you see that?
Yeah.
That's like, it looks hard to see. Also, it's like a human that you would know that this is selective logging.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see that there's some brown spots or what, but yeah. Anyways, okay. So, but it looks like we're not distinguishing between different types of clouds. It's mostly just this is cloudy. There's some clouds in there, I guess. Cloudy and partly cloudy, and then haze, where you can still see through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So as discussed in the data collection portion of this document, the chip labels are inherently noisy due to the labeling process and ambiguity of features, and scenes may either omit class labels or have incorrect class labels. Part of the challenge of this competition is to figure out how to work with noisy data. Cool.
Okay. Oh, and also, I guess that's why it's multi-label, right? It could be agriculture and roads and habitation, or partly cloudy and primary forest, right, for example.
Yeah.
Okay, cloud cover labels. Clouds are a major challenge for passive satellite imaging, and daily cloud cover and rain showers in the Amazon basin can significantly complicate monitoring in the area. For this reason, we have chosen to include a cloud cover label for each chip. These labels closely mirror what one would see in a local weather forecast: clear, partly cloudy, cloudy, and haze. For our purposes, haze is defined as any chip where atmospheric clouds are visible, but they are not so opaque as to obscure the ground. Clear scenes show no evidence of clouds, and partly cloudy scenes can show opaque cloud cover over any portion of the image. Cloudy images have 90% of the chip obscured by opaque cloud cover.
Can you go full screen?
Okay.
Just
Oh yeah, you're right.
Just so it's a little bit bigger. Yeah. Cool.
Sure. I can also zoom in a little more.
I think this seems fine.
Look at that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not more than 90%. Yeah, here you see a little bit, but less than 10% of the image. So that's cloudy, partly cloudy scenes. Okay, you can see some primary forest, river. Again, a river.
So it doesn't really care what type of cloud
see,
coverage,
but
what type of haze or anything like that. It's just, can you see it or can you not see it?
Because we're trying to predict stuff that's on the ground, right? Not really what type of clouds.
Yeah. Cool. Some more common labels. The common labels in this data set are rainforest, agriculture, rivers, towns, cities, and roads. Examples of each class are given below. All right, so primary rainforest. The overwhelming majority of the data is labeled as primary, which is shorthand for primary rainforest, or what is known colloquially as virgin forest. Generally speaking, the primary label was used for any area that exhibited dense tree cover. This Mongo Bay article gives a concise description of the difference between primary and secondary rainforest. but distinguishing between the two is difficult solely using satellite imagery. This is particularly true in older secondary forests. Cool. Oh wow. 25,000 acres of untouched primary forest. I don't know if it's the resolution that the image is or because it's your screen sharing or something, but I thought this was the ocean. I thought this was water. How it's all like covered. Wow, seeing this makes me sad because I've never looked at satellite images anywhere in the US where there's this much dense forest. Anyway,
there might be though. I mean,
there
there's
might
quite
be.
a lot
I haven't
of
seen
space in the US.
Yeah. But this dense, where you think it's first glance you think it's the ocean. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, like forests, like northern or more southern forests are not that dense usually, I guess. Also. Okay, water, rivers and lakes. Rivers, reservoirs, and oxbow lakes are important features of the Amazon basin, and we used the water tag as a catch-all term for these features. Rivers in the Amazon basin often change course and serve as highways deep into the forests. The changing course of these rivers creates a new habitat, but can also strand endangered Amazon river dolphins. Yeah, that happens. Also, above, a larger and slower river with significant sandbars. The brown color comes from significant silt deposits in the water. Above, a small tributary joins a larger river system. And there's the small one. The deep brown color of the river is noticeable near the bright sandbars.
Yeah, interesting. So it's, yeah.
Interesting. Why is it deep brown?
I don't know.
But it looks so bluish.
Yeah.
I guess that can depend. That can also obviously depend on which, which layer are they using to display it. Okay.
Habitation. The habitation class label was used for chips that appeared to contain human homes and buildings. This includes anything from dense urban centers to rural villages along the banks of rivers. Small single-dwelling habitations are often difficult to spot, but usually appear as clumps of a few pixels that are bright white. Okay. A large city in the Amazon.
Not clouds.
Yeah, in the Amazon basin. Just a large city. Okay.
Agriculture. Commercial agriculture while an important industry, is also a major driver of deforestation in Amazon. For the purposes of this dataset, agriculture is considered to be any land cleared of trees that is being used for agriculture or rangeland. More reading on agriculture. Sugarcane, papaya harvests. An agricultural area that shows the end state of fishbone deforestation. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Above, a new agricultural area showing fishbone deforestation. Did this mention fishbone there? No. Okay, maybe we'll learn it later on.
So there's that NASA article on fishbone deforestation right there.
I guess it's like this, like you have a road and then they start logging on the side of the road. And then it looks like
a fish skeleton. Yeah.
Fish. Okay.
Roads are important for transportation in the Amazon, but they also serve as drivers of deforestation. In particular, fishbone deforestation often follows new road construction, while smaller logging roads drive selective logging operations. For our data, all types of roads are labeled with a single road label. Some rivers look very similar to smaller logging roads, and consequently, there may be some noise in this label. Analysis of the image using the near-infrared band may prove using in disambiguating the two classes. Okay.
Because water is going to reflect near-infrared very different than Earth. Okay, so fishbone deforestation, yeah, get it.
Roads snake out of a small town. Okay, so that's a road.
Right, and that could, kind of looks like it could be a river.
Yeah.
There's a human figure.
Like upside down, yeah.
Yeah. Cultivation. Shifting cultivation is a subset of agriculture that is very easy to see from space and occurs in rural areas where individuals and families maintain farm plots for subsistence. How do I say this? Subsistence?
Yeah. Subsistence.
Should we do a...
Go for
how do
it.
you pronounce? Okay, so that we learned something about pronunciation. Subsistence. Subsistence. Okay, thank you. Subsistence. Okay, for subsistence. This article by Monga Bay. Got it. Gives a detailed overview of the practice. This type of agriculture is often found near smaller villages along major rivers and at the outskirts of agricultural areas. It typically relies on non-mechanized labor and covers relatively small areas. Above, zoomed in area showing cultivation right side of river. Okay. Above, a zoomed in area showing cultivation and some selective logging. Dark areas indicate recent /burn activity. Dark areas. Maybe this. Okay.
Bare ground. Bare ground is a catch-all term used for natural occurring tree-free areas that aren't the result of human activity. Some of these areas occur naturally in the Amazon, while others may be the result from the source scenes containing small regions of biome, much similar to the Pantanal or
you want to know what it is?
Cerrado. Sure.
Pantanal Cerrado. Pantanal is a natural region encompassing the world's largest tropical wetland area and the world's largest flooded grasslands. It's mostly located within the Brazilian state of Mato Grosso do Sul, but it extends into Mato Grosso and portions of Bolivia and Paraguay. Down there. It's sparse of an area estimated at between 140 and 195 square kilometers.
This is just off topic from the stream, but do you still want to do that Andes hike?
Andes barefoot hike?
The Andes barefoot hike from Colombia to Argentina?
Where would that be? It's like from up there.
Yeah, all the way down.
Yeah, sure.
I think about it every once in a while. I do think about that. We wouldn't see any of this, but anytime I think about like South America, I always think about the hike that you wanted to do. We were talking about for a long time.
I'm not decided against doing it, no. Cerrado, a vast tropical savanna ecoregion in Brazil. Looks like it's like somewhat lowish
That's
trees.
Pretty. Yeah.
Looks very Mediterranean to me. Tropical climate, but not very high trees. Okay, Cerrado. Yeah, sure. We should do that.
Okay, so the above is the bare area in the Cerrado, and then the bottom is also naturally occurring bare area there. Okay, interesting. The bottom looks like, I guess because the bottom, like you could also the way that maybe not, I don't know, part of it looks like water to me, like that middle part between the
this
road.
one.
Yeah. Like if I was glancing over just a chip of that,
could
maybe
be, yeah.
I would think it was like part of a river. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess you'd see it in the you'd have to see it in the context if you just see that.
Yeah.
But then again, like this is you looking at it with your RGB eyes. If you'd have a computer looking with near infrared, it would probably be pretty easy to distinguish. Less common labels: slash and burn. Slash and burn agriculture can be considered to be a subset of the shifting cultivation label and is used for areas that demonstrate recent burn events. This is to say that the shifting cultivation patches appear to have dark brown and black areas consistent with recent burning. The NASA Earth Observatory article gives a good primer on the practices as does this victory. Okay, blah. Slash and burn. Okay, yep. Go ahead.
Okay, selective logging. The selective logging label is used to cover the practice of selectively removing high-value tree species from the rainforest, such as teak and mahogany. From space, this appears as winding dirt roads adjacent to bare brown patches in otherwise primary rainforest. Okay, this Manga Bay article covers the details of this process. Global Forest Watch, another great resource to learn about deforestation and logging. So is that it, or is it the other? I guess it's that.
That's
one,
a
right?
river.
Well, winding dirt roads adjacent to
that.
bare brown patches.
Probably that.
I think it's that one. Yeah. Yeah.
That and there's the patches.
Mm-hmm.
The brown lines on the right of the scene, are a logging road.
Yeah.
Not the small brown dots in the area around the road. Mm-hmm. Small brown dots. Is this something else? Yeah, no, look, it's not necessarily these big ones. It's that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's selective logging, and that's the road.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Zoomed in image. Yeah, right. There we see it.
Mm-hmm.
Selective logging. Blooming. Blooming is a natural phenomenon found in the Amazon where particular species of flowering trees bloom, fruit, and flower at the same time to maximize the chances of cross-pollination. These trees are quite large, and these events can be seen from space. Planet recently captured a similar event in Panama. Weird. Above a zoomed and contrast enhanced of a bloom event in the Amazon basin. The red arrows point to a few specific trees. The canopies of these trees can be over 30 meters across.
Wow.
Can cover up to 10 pixels.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff.
There is a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. It's interesting. Me? Conventional? Should I?
Yeah, go for it.
Conventional mining. Bye.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna tell you what you missed when you're back.
Thank you.
Conventional mining. There are a number of large conventional mines in the Amazon basin, and the number is steadily growing. This label is used to classify large-scale legal mining operations. Large-scale legal mining operations, okay? Artisanal mining, I got it for the word. Artisanal mining is a catch-all term for small-scale mining operations. Throughout the Amazon, especially the foothills of the Andes, gold deposits lace the deep clay soils. Artisanal miners, sometimes working illegally in land designated for conservation, slash through the forest and excavate deep pits near rivers. They pump a mud water slurry into the river banks, blasting them away so that they can be processed further with mercury, which is used to separate out the sounds horrible. The denuded moonscape left behind takes centuries to recover. Yeah, that sounds like it. Yeah. Crazy. There used to be a river. I guess that's the river. Yeah. Blowdown. Blowdown, also called wind throw, is a naturally occurring phenomenon in the Amazon. Briefly, blowdown events occur during microbursts where cold, dry air from the Andes settles on top of warm, moist air in the rainforest. The colder air punches a hole in the moist, warm layer and sinks down with incredible force and high speed in excess of 100 miles per hour. These high winds topple the larger rainforest trees, and the resulting open areas are visible from space. That's crazy. The open areas do not stay visible for long, as plants in the understory rush to take advantage of the sunlight. Weird. A recent blowdown event in the Amazon circled in red. Note the light green of the forest understory and the pattern of tree loss. Okay, now we're here. Use the Kaggle API to download the dataset. Kaggle competitions download -c. Well, we gotta install for that. Kaggle Planet test diff torrent. That's really small. Oh, it's a test. I see. Competition rules. To see the data, you need to agree to the competition rules. Okay. Let's see what the competition rules are. Even though we're not really in the competition, so. One account per participant. No private sharing outside teams. Team mergers are allowed. Team limits. There's no maximum number. 5 entries. Competition timeline. Interesting. Entry deadline 13th of July 2017. It's cool that they leave this up, that you can still try around with it. Data, intellectual property. I wonder who has it. Okay, the data belongs to them. A submission will be ineligible to win a prize if it was developed using code containing or depending on software licensed. Okay. All right, anyways, that's just me going off on a tangent. Understand and agree, an error occurred. Okay, well, show me. Don't wanna. Okay, so here I can download the files. 5 files, 3 CSV files, 6 columns string. So I'd like to see this data. Sample submission test JPEG. Because I can download it here. Okay. I probably have something like that. Yes. Maybe. Sure. No, thank you. All right. Where did I go? Maybe now I can see the data. Ooh, that was a long intro. That's cool to understand a little more. Hi there. For some reason, I can't understand and agree, but just signed in so I can download. Yeah, so I went over the rest of the
other labels.
Accept this competition rules before you can understand and accept. Yeah, the rest of the labels. There was actually some, I saw there was some about, I wanted to say fracking, but it sounded similar. It's like something people do illegally to, this it's called artisanal mining. And they essentially like break riverbanks open and pump, I think, mercury into it to like filter out some gold from the water. And it pretty much kills like a big area around. It's one thing. And then like interesting thing was late submission. I don't want to actually submit something. I just want to see the data. Okay, that doesn't work. Yes, late submission.
What's
Don't know what's going on here. Oh, seriously? Okay. I had to sign in and now it seems I have to give a phone number. All right, I'm gonna stop share for a second and do this. Maybe it works. I mean, I don't really know. We obviously don't have to. I gotta do a captcha. Did I pass? Did I pass? I don't know. Let me see. Uh-huh.
All right.
All right, so I verified my account, and
Okay, let's read through
we're
this.
wondering whether
No private sharing outside of Teams is okay if made available to all participants on the forum. So code sharing.
me.
What's happening?
I got it.
What do you?
There we are. Sorry, I was searching for share and then I just jumped around weirdly.
You cannot sign up for Kaggle from multiple accounts. Okay, blah blah blah. Team mergers, team limits, submission.
So the
limits.
question is this illegal to stream the data that they're using here or what?
Yeah, I don't think it is. If it's okay to share code
sharing.
if it made available to all participants on the forums. So scroll down.
So no private sharing. We can't give it just to some people. Is what you're saying?
Seems like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean I think that's if you're in the competition. But
yeah.
Who knows?
So competition timeline. All right, started in. Okay. It's
over.
Yeah, it's way over.
Competition framework. Official rules, but downloading a data set. Yeah, I don't think we can even join this competition anymore, right?
Yeah, is open to all individuals. Okay.
I really don't know. I wouldn't think that there's anything illegal in looking at this past thing, but I really don't know. So who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're fine.
Eligibility. At the time of entry. I don't want the price. Data means data produced for the data is deemed for the I think this competition has been done many times. This data set has been used many times, right? I don't know, Nick, what do you think?
I'm just reading through.
Any doubts?
To use suitable measures to prevent from prohibited from privately sharing source or executable. If you go on the leaderboard or notebooks,
Should we just ask?
Can you go to the notebooks really quick?
Here's one.
So just scroll down and see it seems like it's all get transforms. It's all public there. So I think as long as when we're done working on this, maybe we'll post on.
We could just post
a
to
notebook.
GitHub.
Yeah. On this.
I think we're doing that anyway. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
we're not too much.
Already sharing it.
Yeah. Don't look at this guy's code. He's using
Why not?
Fast AI. No, that's the whole point.
That's okay.
We're using Fast AI. We have to do it ourselves. We can't cheat.
I don't mind looking at.
No. We gotta figure it out.
Okay. All right. Back to data. Let me see if I can now download something. This is also interesting. So the Kaggle has an API. It seems. I wonder how. We'd have to install something so that we can use it as a bash.
Oh, a CLI?
Sorry. Yeah, as a CLI.
Yes. So many acronyms.
Is that working? You must accept. Okay, I think I'm all right now. Finally. All right. I accept it. Now it took me. Are you downloading anything now? Question: should we download this locally, or should we probably should start with a colab right away, right? And download it there. I mean, this is probably interesting to understand too. What's Kaggle API and how can we use it from within a notebook to get access to data sets? Official API for Kaggle, accessible using a command line tool in Python 3.
Oh, there you go. Pip install Kaggle.
Pip install Kaggle. That's easy. Okay, so probably that sounds like a good way to get the data, right? So I shall open a colab notebook And then we can start looking at the data in code. Right? Is there anything else we should look at here? No, I think we went over everything. Colab. First time we're starting a new notebook, I think. New notebook. Oh, wrong account. What you looking at, Nick?
Not this stuff.
Even though I'm opening windows and stuff like that.
Well, you're doing
exciting.
We should
The
create
grunt
a
work.
script to do this.
What, to create a new notebook and open
Yeah.
it? Probably. Best idea. Okay. Planet. Here we are. We want to make sure we're on the right runtime. GPU. Safe. And then we want to import. What are all our fast AI imports that we need to do? I guess we've always been doing fast book. I wonder whether these people are probably just using fast AI. But this fast book sets up a couple of things, right?
I mean, I think the import and stuff we could probably just grab from the other collab. But yeah, we do that too. Pip install Kaggle.
Easiest way. Okay, let's do that and then figure out what our other things are. Already satisfied. Look at you.
Nice.
So Colab already has Kaggle. Interesting. That's nice. Good integration. Which means is this ours? Keep being confused, but that should work. Either way. That means I can do the Kaggle download from the Planet dataset. Where was it? This one? No. Bye. I have too many tabs open. Here it is. Pip install Kaggle. We need an API. We need the API key. It looks. Create API token. Okay. So download Kaggle JSON. A file containing API credentials. Place this file in the location .kaggle, kaggle.json on Windows in the location blah blah blah. Echo home path, Kaggle config dir to change the location. For security, ensure that other users of your computer do not have read access to your credentials. Choose to export your Kaggle username token to the environment. Let's see if this already comes with a echo. What was it? Kaggle username. Nope. Okay. So I got to do some API authentication here, Nick.
All right.
That means data dinosaur.
So stop sharing your screen.
Yeah. Okay, and I gotta go to, where was it? Count. Where's that? Count. And then API token. Where's that? API, create new API token. Okay, the JSON file. So it's pretty straightforward. You just go to your account and then search for or scroll a bit down to create API token. And then you get a JSON file that needs to be in a specific place. Let me see. I'm still not entirely sure how I get stuff on here. This would be on, I guess it has to be on the Google Colab in a specific hidden Kaggle folder. I guess that sounds too complicated. I'm just gonna get the content of it and put it into the environment variables manually. I think that sounds easier. Right, Nick? You agree? Am I right?
I don't know. Something. I'm just responding to something. But one, just
okay.
Yeah. Give me two
I'm
seconds.
gonna stop bothering you. Okay. Okay, let's see whether that worked. I'm gonna try sharing again. Where is it? Here. Share screen. I'll come back. So I exported Kaggle username and Kaggle key. Now let's just check whether that worked. Okay. Username. No, it did not. Am I? So this is didn't we run into some similar? It looks like I'm doing something wrong there. Isn't that how I export a environment variable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I should be able to access it from the environment. Isn't how you do that? Am I being dumb here? Anyone? Input? Yeah, so that didn't work, it seems. So that means we're not gonna...
It looks like it would work.
Import OS. Get... Kaggle. Yeah, no, it's not working. So I'm not sure whether I'm misunderstanding there. I would think this exports it into the... So, okay, that means I'm going to stop again. I'm just going to put it into
like a file or something.
A file that I can, yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
I don't even have to put it into a file. I'm just going to put it into a variable. And then delete the cell. Okay. Bye. And then we should have Kaggle secrets, and I hope we don't display anything now. Keys. All right, so username and key. Okay, so we got access to our Kaggle API key now.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean anything? What does that mean? No. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Planet. And data, yes, and then import Kaggle. Okay, so this is how you do it with the this is not gonna work, so we're gonna have to do it from within the script.
Why doesn't it work?
Because this is pulling the information from the keys and the username from the environment variables, so we don't have it. I just have it inside of the notebook. So we're not going to use the CLI, but we're just going to use, the CLI just allows us to do stuff with the Kaggle thing anyway. So I'm sure we can download also from without using the CLI.
Mm-hmm.
Like import Kaggle and then just do kaggle.competitions.submissions or something. Kaggle.competitions.download and then probably just pass in the name. That's my guess. Kaggle.competitions.download and then probably this. Let's give it a try. Yeah. Where is it? Where are you? Come, please. Show yourself. Okay. Kaggle.competition. So import Kaggle. Kaggle. Oh. I could not find Kaggle JSON. Make sure it's loaded in /root.kaggle or use the environment method. Okay, Nick.
So that
you can show some fun stuff on your
so the pip
on
install
your screen while I pop off here again.
So pip install Kaggle didn't do it. Didn't put it in the correct folder.
It does. It just it can't put my information into a folder, right? Like it expects a specific file in a specific folder on the Google Colab, so I need to make that file there so that I can use it.
Got it.
Which has the authentication, right? Okay, so I could do that.
I should have prepared like a slide deck.
A slide deck?
For when we have these like moments.
Yeah.
Or some sort of like animation with like some dancing thing going on.
Yes. No. Let's see whether that worked.
All right, I'm just gonna. I could like overlay our faces. View.
What?
I was gonna say I just put up like Google Maps or something and start looking at a map.
You're looking at a map?
I can. Why don't I just do that? Why don't I share this? Come on. Is it because it's in full screen mode?
Why?
So I'll put our faces over there. Let's put this.
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure it's fun.
It's all right. I'm just sharing I'm not sharing my screen with you. You're just doing something, and I'm just looking at a map of Long Island and looking at the beaches and maybe finding a place to go diving. me actually show. This is all the Atlantic Ocean. Da, da, da. Long Beach, Atlantic Beach. Far Rockaway. Let me look if there's anything else here.
Okay. I think I got it. Just going to delete the sensitive information. And we're ready to try again, if you want. Unless you want to continue doing some map stuff. I'll actually do that for a little moment and I'm going to go use the bathroom.
Yeah, go for it. I'm just going through the different shores out here in, I think this is now Queens. See if there's anything interesting, if anything catches my eye as far as wreckage or maybe a boat. That's cool. Oh, I've been there before. This is the tugboat that we dove on a few weeks ago. So this could be kind of cool. All right, let's see what's on this other side. Let's see. Wildlife sanctuary. It looks like a boat. Oh, this looks choppy. Over here. Some shipping containers, shipping barges. That's cool. I bet this is kind of deep. Where's this beach? 57th Street. I wonder what's happening here. If this is like a walk-in shore type situation. That could be kind of cool.
It's a lot of primary forest right next to that habitation.
Yeah. Lots of primary forest.
Yeah. United States.
I was just looking at where maybe I could go diving. So like previously we found this little tugboat shipwreck. Oh, you're not seeing my screen.
I am actually on my phone.
Oh, on the phone.
It's all good.
Yeah, so this little we saw this little tugboat and we went over here, parked here, hopped in the water, and then swam here to dive this, and it was pretty cool. Went to like 20 something feet and we saw like eels. I saw eels for the first time in Queens, which was cool. Lots of like big blackfish. What else? Oh, lots tiny little baby shrimp everywhere. It was really cool. So now I'm like looking, where else can we go diving? Because this is on the bay side. So we have the Atlantic over here, and we were diving somewhere here. So this is all like protected bay. So you have totally different like wildlife here. We usually dive over here out in Far Rockaway, but all of this is I'd like to explore, because I feel like this is where all the little like baby fish go and they grow up and then they go back out into the Atlantic.
I actually don't see what you're showing because my phone's hung up. But
okay. Well, you're just
I
like
saw something.
Nodding
now
politely.
I see something. No, I just froze and then jumped again and then froze and then I see it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm just showing this is this bay over here. This is where the airport, JFK airport is. And we dove over here, this area. So all of this is like this protected bay from the ocean, right? This like inlet. So I wonder, it's another airfield, Floyd Bennett Field, I think, right? Yeah. Anyway, when you come to New York, we'll go diving in this murky water.
Wow, yeah. That sounds fun. I've never been diving with a so I can't just go diving, I guess. I'd have to make some sort of
well, it's a good.
But you're a dive instructor.
I'm
you
an
can
instructor,
teach me, right?
so it's a good thing. Yeah, I could take you out.
Yeah.
You actually
Nice.
wouldn't have to get certified. We could do like a Discover scuba type thing where we stay within, like on a really nice day. All like everything here is super shallow. So as long as I'm close to you and I debrief you on the equipment and everything, and we do some like shallow skills, we can treat it as like a Discover dive, and then that could actually go towards your certification.
Damn.
There you go. Yeah.
And I'm halfway there already.
Almost. But yeah, that would be fun.
Certainly.
So what do you got?
Just before the Andes trip.
Just before, yeah. For the Andes trip, at some point, we just jump in the water in like a mile-high lake.
Wait, I think I just showed my... I think I just showed my things for a second. I guess I'm just gonna have to change those after the stream. After the stream. All right. So let's do a little more, right? I'm sure like we're not gonna get very far with this project at all today. I didn't expect it to, and we spent a good amount of time just figuring out how what the data looks like in the description, and I'd be happy just spending a bit more time trying to figure out whether we can see some about the data in code.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to call it a day. Let me see
Let's
if
do
this
that.
works. Your Kaggle API key is readable by other users in the system. Fix this. Okay, sure. There's no other users in the system as far as I know, but it's in there. I'm telling you. Okay, so that's working. Now I can import Kaggle. And probably, so I just made the file at this root Kaggle and put the JSON file that I got in there. We don't need to pip install, it's already here. I don't need that now actually either because I have the file. And now I could even run it. Well, let's still see how it goes if we do this Kaggle dot
API
client. Yeah. Maybe it's easier we just use the bash command that they provided, or to be more precise.
So do you downloaded
definitely
the CLI?
Is easier.
So this is with the CLI.
Yes, this is this. Yeah. So since we just need to pip install Kaggle in order to get the CLI, it should be on here because the pip install tells us it's already satisfied.
Cool.
So I should be able, and now I'm authenticated too because I added the API keys in where it needed to be. So I think this should work.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's try. Looks like you're using an outdated API.
Whatever. It's downloaded.
But it's working, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And that's it.
Okay.
That was it.
I think that's already. Not quite sure. We don't have a new cell. I think I should make a new cell one. Is it done?
Click on the import cell.
Oh yeah, maybe it's done.
Oh,
yeah, it's done.
Huh. Okay.
That was it. Okay. And where did you /content?
Yeah.
That's where I downloaded it. Yeah, where stuff always goes. We already kind of know that now.
But so it downloaded the torrent files. It didn't download the actual like JPEGs or the TIFFs. So, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to now all right, let's unzip.
How would you use a torrent download?
I don't know.
From the CLI or something?
Let's unzip and then let's see what files come in that directory that gets unzipped.
So this is what we got. Planet test. And I can't expand this more because then I guess we're gonna see my API key. Key.
I mean, it's fine. We got
So,
both.
zip,
I mean, you know, you see the
so
the train and the test.
everyone knows how when it starts. Okay.
We could see. Yeah, all we need is the train and the test torrent.zip. So like, let's
These two.
yeah.
Train test, and then okay. So what happens if we unzip them? Is that unzip or is it zip? Unzip.
I think it was like uzip.
Kaggle torrent zip. Let's try this.
Okay.
Let's unzip. And you're done inflating. Kaggle. Where'd you go? Oh,
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. And then
This one?
No,
Which
the
just-
first one.
no.
Now you got to do the train one too. So
That's the one.
unzip. Yeah.
No, this one. Gotcha. Okay.
And then unzip the.
So
train
now
one.
we've got a .torrent file. What do
Mhm.
we do with that?
Well, unzip.
Sure, but what do we do with the .torrent file?
We're just gonna have to download it. We're gonna have to use something to download it with the use like bash or something to download the torrent file somehow.
Is there a bash command to download torrent files?
I'm Googling that right now.
All right. Oh. I'm also sure we could probably learn more about this by looking at some of these files that you don't want to look at.
Mm-hmm.
NumPy, SciPy, SK image. Okay, ls lha input sample submission.
So they
test
already
JPEG.
have it. Test TIFF
They have
JPEG,
it, yeah.
yeah. So they probably just downloaded it from Kaggle and then just moved it over.
Probably
Um,
sounds reasonable.
there's a torrent client
They also
called
have it already.
rtorrent.
But I mean, it's a little interesting, but also kind of like besides the point.
So there's a torrent client that you can download. So like sudo apt-get rtorrent.
Torrent to Google Drive downloader. And then it downloads it into Google Drive. Python 3 libtorrent, is that the one you were thinking about?
No, it was like a Linux.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, look, if this works, that's fine.
No, let's try the one that you have, but okay, give me.
So sudo apt-get install rtorrent.
I wonder whether that works. Am I even
I don't
admin
know.
on this thing? Oh, yeah,
There
I
you
am.
go. Cool. And then
And then
hold on. Where did it? I minimized it.
bye.
And then after installing, you need to open it on the terminal using the command rtorrent. So just
Okay, rtorrent. Done.
I think just hit like run
Open
that.
the Kaggle. Probably like that, right?
Try it.
It does something.
It's definitely doing something.
It's also giving us a bit of space in between notes, just for a nice, visual relaxation. Like it?
Yeah. Can you stop this actually?
No. I don't know why.
Can you stop the cell? I mean, it said just run rtorrent, and then it seems like it's like a client that stays within this terminal. So like stop that and then just run rtorrent.
But this seems okay.
Because right now it's like polling. Yeah,
it's got something here. Look,
I think there is where you would paste.
No, never.
No, never.
It also looks like the disk. Well, I'm confused. Look, the disk got really full. We should probably not save it on the GPU, but we should save it we should first mount. Okay, I'm gonna stop this. I'm maybe gonna stop this. We should probably mount our Google Drive and then save it on there instead of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Which works how? Like this.
Yeah, just if you run.
Okay. Bye. Finally, I was missing that. Oh, there's a comment to delete if you wanna.
I still don't know how to do this on OBS. Only can reply.
Okay, I'm mounted. I shall return. Mounted at drive, and now I'm gonna try again rtorrent.
So just rtorrent. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna get that same thing, and just click into that.
Here.
Click into that, and I think just press enter.
Enter?
Yeah. Could not read source file. Load down. Okay.
So now I need to type in the name.
And now type in the Kaggle Planet test. Yeah,
that would be at. We're probably at. Are we at content? Yeah, I think we're usually at content. So Kaggle. Oh, this is hard. Dash planet dash test dash tiff dot torrent. No, inactive. Something's happening. This looks confusing. I don't really know what's going on here.
Huh. All right, let's just you know what, stop this cell.
Yeah, let's just download it in a
close it, go back to the Kaggle
way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stop rtorrent or with whatever it's doing. And then
I think I
download
did.
it. Oh, okay.
Okay, so see, but so this also just has the torrent files.
I think if you go down,
this just talks about the torrent files, though, right? I mean, this one maybe not. Chain test tiff. Huh. Summary: 5 files. csv.torrent. 6 columns. String columns. Download all. Do you think that? I think that's just going to give us the same torrent files.
yeah, I think so too. I think you're gonna have to download it. Go to the other, like how they were doing, like pip install like to colab. The other colab one.
No, but that's what we did before. Are you still running? 0 out of 3. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay, now I stopped it.
Yeah, what's that
one of those. With that whole session thingy. But yeah. Okay, apt install Python 3 libtorrent. Looks also just like another. So we could probably do pip install Python 3 libtorrent and try with that.
I mean, I could also try to download it on my computer and upload it because I got faster download and upload speeds.
I mean, that shouldn't make a difference. Like, I'm downloading it on the.
Oh, well, I'm saying if you don't want to go through this hassle, I could just download it using like BitTorrent or something and then upload it to Drive.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Can you
I can continue playing around with this here a little, but you could do it because I'm probably not gonna manage before you have it.
Okay, let me see.
Right?
Let's try.
See who's faster.
See who's faster.
Install, import, make a session, stream the files.
Oops. Did you sign up with your own Google account or Nick and Martin?
No, Nick and Martin. From Google, you can also run this file to add more files as many times as you want. Add from torrent file. Save path. Downloads a pen session. Add torrent. Parameters. Save path. TI. Alt. Torrent info list. Source keys. Where's this? Where's the list of the torrents? Add from torrent file. You can run this cell to add more files as many times as you want. Source.key. Source files.upload. Google Colab files. Save path. Put it there. Interesting. Interesting, eh? I know. Is that a magnet link? Is a .torrent link a magnet link? I have no idea.
Oh, come on.
Why is it called .magnet? Is a .torrent link a magnet link?
Did you download the Did you
No. I'm
locally?
like,
No, like the torrent stuff.
what?
Did you download it locally? The file, like, I think you did, right? You just downloaded
Oh, yes,
something?
I did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm having a hard time now. It's like saying that an error is occurring,
yeah, so
accepting the competition rules, so I can't download it.
Oh, okay, I see. So you need these 2 torrent files. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can you send them to me?
Sure. Or I think so.
Yeah. Through Slack or whatever.
Can I do that in chat?
I don't know.
So many options, huh? Right. I can just upload them on our drive.
Oh, that works too.
Oh, technology. Okay, coming up tonight, 2 torrent files in the data directory in a new folder called Planet. Pretty nice, huh? Oh, I'm stopped sharing. I'm getting all confused with what I'm sharing and what I ain't. Okay, 2 torrent files coming up for Mr. Nick to transform into real data. Torrent files are up. Do you think we need that? No, that's just, I might need those. I'm gonna upload them too. Okay, you got those available now.
Okay.
Just continue messing around here. I'll let you do that. Fastbook. We don't really need that. So Fast AI, Fastbook. What's the stuff we're actually using from Fastbook and which stuff are we using from Fast AI? That's the confusing part about this import star. I don't know where what comes from. But have we actually been using any fast? I mean, I'm sure we have, but I wonder what's the Fastbook stuff we've been using. I kind of feel more comfortable just trying to do it directly from Fast AI.
Mm-hmm.
For this one where we're trying around here. I'm gonna get rid of all this weird libtorrent stuff that I'm just gonna let you do the download and then get the data in there, okay?
Sounds good.
Right, drive my drive, data, and then we're gonna have Planet in here. Once you have them done. And I shall clean up here. Torrent. Okay, so this we did to get the data, so I'm gonna keep it around. Import Kaggle. Mounting this, and then from Fast AI, import everything.
Okay.
Cool. Using the Kaggle set.
Oh boy. The test one.
What, is it huge?
The test one is 21 gigs and the training is 14.
Okay, so that we don't have enough space on our,
On our
we don't have enough
collab.
space on our drive. Yeah, on our drive even. I mean, the collab either. The collab has, actually the collab has, so maybe we downloaded this already because suddenly our disk has 50, how much did you say?
One is 21 and the other one's 14.
So maybe we downloaded it because this disk got really full at some point and it has
51.
50
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Which kind of like fits with the, so where would that be? Sample data? No. Test 2 Kaggle Planet train, but that's just they must have downloaded, if it downloaded it somewhere, then I don't know where. Maybe some hidden But that's confusing. Where would that
How
go?
would it have downloaded?
.root.kaggle?
What did you do? Did you do it with like libtorrent, that like Python one?
Nothing. I didn't do anything.
Oh, so how would it have
No, it
downloaded?
happened before. I don't know exactly when it happened. I don't know, but suddenly we have a lot of space used. Yeah, it's not in here. In here it's just a Kaggle file. I don't know where it would have gone. Do you know any bash thing where we can figure out where the big files are?
Let's see.
It wouldn't be in content then, or at least not in Drive. These files are the torrent files, train test, torrent, TIFF, Kaggle Planet test, TIFF.
So go run.
Oh, there's one. I found one. This is actually 19.45 gigabytes. Is that a size?
Wow. Can you?
So I guess one of these things that we did worked. One of the.
Mm-hmm. Can you open
is
that?
any of? It's a file. TIFF, like it's a file.
Yeah.
What kind of file is that?
Maybe it's because a TIFF is an image, but I thought it was.
Right.
I thought it was 2 Fs, but I could also be wrong.
I think it's 2F, the image. So this is actually a huge file, and this probably happened from one of those rtorrent or whatever that we ran. It's gonna be interesting to figure out which command made that happen.
Yeah,
I noticed that the disk went up at some point, but I didn't remember.
So that's the test one. That is the image.
Is it the full one? Is it actually 19?
So on my so one of them said like 19 or 21 or something like that. So maybe you're right. Maybe it got killed at some point. But one of them was that size, and the other one was I closed it.
Smaller, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. That was pretty fast then, though. If they downloaded all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And how would we work with this file? A TIFF file. That's not even a folder.
Yeah, one is 21 gigs and the other one is 14 gigs. And the test one is 21 gigs. Mm-hmm. So do we have the test one? It seems like can we? Yeah, I don't know what you did to download it, but it seems like again? That should be 21 gigs. Yeah, I guess. Can you delete that?
Do I need to? Yeah, probably.
Delete it. Yeah.
So, all right, let's delete this and then try again with rtorrent.
Yeah.
I think that was it. R. Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh, you think rtorrent was actually downloading it?
Oh, I don't think so.
But we stopped it. That's why.
Yeah. So it was rtorrent, right?
rtorrent, yeah. Enter.
Okay, then I say
run that.
Run it?
Yeah, run that.
Yeah.
And then.
Okay, then we go to the second thing and then
just hit enter. That's gonna fail.
All right, I'm gonna try the train one now.
No, just hit enter there. Hit enter there.
Well, it's just gonna fail, yeah.
And then it's gotta load that normal thing, and then you go and put your train or test.
Seriously, why?
It's gotta like this load normal.
I think
load dot normal.
Step.
That's what the tutorial was saying.
I think it says that probably there. No, it doesn't. Oh, interesting. Okay. Why you're following the tutorial? Okay. Kaggle -planet- Now I try the train one. Train dash tiff dot torrent. Let's see. Disk is at 36.21. Closed. Throttle off. Test diff. Okay, so now we should just let this do its thing for a bit. Here it says 4 hours. 3.
Oh, jeez.
5 out of 3. Maybe this is like something like Cedars, or I don't know. The rate doesn't look very high. We're here at 0.0 kilobytes. This is still the same. I'll let you do your thing for a bit here. Throttle off kilobytes. Huh.
If you scroll up for a sec, is it inactive?
It kind of jumps back down when I do that, or it just did. I don't know.
Can you zoom out so we could see the whole thing, and maybe close the sidebar?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Let me try for a second whether,
because nothing new is there.
Because it reloads the files that exist, and maybe it already has a new file in there. Before I close this, right? Test diff, no new file in there. Okay. Can also make this full screen. Kaggle Planet train tiff. Kaggle Planet. Okay, so I think I typed it correctly. Kaggle Planet dash train dash tiff.
Yeah, but why is it closed and inactive?
But not utilizing the GPU. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I need to say enter. Still says closed. Oh no, now it has a rate, look. 13.
Oh, wait.
13 gigabytes.
Can you?
That's 13 gigabytes.
Can you type in the thing?
0 out of 13.
Can you type in that?
That again?
Yeah, but it's that plus the .torrent, I believe. Isn't it?
.torrent.
It's the actual torrent file.
What?
Could not create download info hash array used by another torrent. Okay.
It's in there. Look, it's just not downloading it.
Got it.
I think. I think we registered it okay. So we could theoretically, I guess, we could register the second one too. Which is this one. Kaggle Planet test diff torrent. Let me try that. Kaggle Planet test diff torrent. Enter. And now we have maybe both of them here. No, already used by another torrent. Test. Oh yeah, look, they're both here now. And they show a specific size. So this one shows 19
so that's
gigabits, and the other one shows 13 gigabytes.
Yeah.
So it seems to be finding the right files, right? Like or wherever. Like it knows it has the info. But then it's closed. I wonder why. And it doesn't seem like it's adding them. But before it downloaded it, so maybe it was not. What was something else that I tried? Nothing really. The only other thing I tried, I didn't get very far, which was that other notebook.
Did you try to just click on the torrent file by any chance? And like maybe colab?
No, I don't think I tried that. Where'd it go now? There it is. This? Just try?
I don't know.
I mean, that sounds
silly.
Yeah. Maybe.
No, imagine it's just downloading. Okay, it's done. No,
I can just
it's
download
trying
the
to download
file.
it. Yeah.
So somehow, magically, we managed to download actually the full thing. Didn't we just deleted it again? We had our test data. And now we're not getting it. Well, but one thing, so before we're already too deep into this, in my opinion, but before we go any deeper, one thing to note is that we don't have enough space in our Google Drive to store both of these files. Actually.
I think we do.
No, we don't.
It says 3621 available. And if we got 19 and 14.
That's a collab.
On the Google Drive. How much do we have on Google Drive?
15, I think, or like 10 or something like that. So the situation is that we can't persistently store these things, right? If we're downloading them now and then we're killing off the collab instance, then it's gone again. And if we can't download them to our drive because we don't have enough space.
So the solution is to not kill the instance, it seems.
I think the solution is that we figure out how to actually download this stuff, and then next time when we're actually going to work on it, we have to download it again.
Right.
Because we can't do anything with it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. That's my thoughts on that. Because otherwise it would make sense if it was big enough our drive, we could just download it and leave it there and then access it next time, but that's not going to work.
Mm-hmm. So what do you want to do with what do you want to do with this now? Do you want to try to
throw it out of the window?
All right. Do you want to what I'm asking is how do you want to proceed with the stream? Do you want to kind of
throw it out of the window,
figure it out on how to get the stuff downloaded? Do you want to end it here, figure out how to download it off camera, and then?
Yeah, I think that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, maybe, and then we'll just mention what we did.
We can just,
yeah.
Because even if but we will have to figure out how to get it onto the collab.
That's fine, but if it's gonna take 4 hours to download, it's not,
I don't think it does. Because we downloaded it before, right? It was 20 gigabytes and it happened within some time where we were just talking about stuff.
Right.
Without us even noticing that it was happening.
Yeah. I got you. All right, so let's do that then. Oh wait, 3 hours. Oh no. 3 hours. What? 17 hours of download.
Yeah, because nothing's happening. Load that normal.
Yeah.
I think we're still at 0 of. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not downloading.
Yeah. So let's just do that. I think this is a good stopping point because there's nothing else we can do until we figure this out. Right.
Right.
So let's end this stream here, figure out how to download this stuff, and then on the next stream we can actually start exploring the TIFF file, the JPEGs, or the training and the test set, and then just keep it moving. So today was nice that we got a nice overview of what the competition was, what the data looked like, how it's labeled, all the painstaking research and labeling that the Berlin team, shout out to the team in Berlin. Thank you very much.
Shout out to the team in Berlin
for doing that. Even though, some of the data is not really consistent, but whatever.
You got to say also that maybe it's more important to have just a quickly labeled data set than taking too long and then just have a better labeled data set.
Right, exactly. But
even though since this competition was 3 years ago, I think the Berlin team would have had enough time to go back and finish their job and
You're
make
saying
it a
they're
bit better.
slacking? They're slacking.
I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know anything what they did in the last 3 years.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I get. Okay. All right. That's a valid point. All right. So let's end it here, and we'll see everybody on Monday.
All right.
All right.
Bye,
Bye
everyone.
bye.